Alonzi, here comes the Paris Gentlemates.
Oh God.
Show some love to Envoy, Neptune, Sib, and Ghosty. They may have Gentle in their name, but Paris is ready to go.
Gentlemates fans, get up on your feet. This roster's been unbelievable all year long. Look at the firepower on that stage. All four of those players can take over a game. They have championships across the board. You look at Neptune, he's looking to get his first one. He could do that this weekend. They look ready, guy.
They definitely look ready and looking like a crowd favorite. But the next squad coming to the stage knows all about this code too well. Everybody, get ready, because here comes the boys from the north. Everybody show some love to Toronto Koi. Real, Thieves, Kleenex, and Insight. With perseverance, strength, and courage, Koi is ready to go.
Toronto Koi is consistently a team that you cannot count out of the big dog conversation. Sure, they might be having a slow start right now, but there is a lot of confidence on this stage, and for good reason. They're never in the below average conversation. It's always been, when are they going to be fighting for Sunday? When are they going to be in a final? And I think we are blessed to have this as a...
Back into the battle. Koi, Gentlemates. We'll see if Koi can get this time and hold these P2 spawns for the next 40.
Yeah, so Envoy, he's going to spawn up behind now. So a little bit blessed right now is Envoy with that. And well, that's going to... Oh, I thought that was going to catch off inside, but he's going to react and turn on him and take him down. Now you're going to pick this up. Great stuff so far from inside. He's able to find Neptune. Envoy's going to spawn back up, though, and now you're going to see Koi's going to have to respond. So doing a very good job is Koi earning some time, but trying to win rotation. Gentlemates to be a little bit blessed with those spawns.
Blessed, and now we'll see if they can hold it down. Gunfight topside, that'll go to Kleenex, maybe an opening on that lane. You also win one mid as Thieves finds a pit. An opportunity to collapse right now for Koi. We'll see if they can do exactly that. Envoy says, nope, this door is shut. He locks it down, but the back spawn's still alive and well for Koi.
Yeah, Real's just been great. I mean, the back spawns do come in, but you waited for each other. That was a nice patient play out of Real. Now you're starting to earn this time. You have a 30-second lead if you are Toronto Koi.
30-second lead, trying to turn it into more. Nadal hit. Thieves behind that, trying to push it out and get aggressive to back up those spawns, but can't win the fight. Real, only one death through his name as he's on 4 straight. Good damage in, but gonna get swarmed. Nothing he can do in that situation. Spawning out and taking her out. That'll be number 4 in Insight. That'll spawn up Kleenex, and they're in good position to rally
That's what I say. I mean, he doesn't even spawn up. He takes that long route, does Insight, so making the heads
honestly,
up
I
play.
assumed he spawned bottom.
No,
so
he didn't. I mean, they pushed out with 10 seconds left, so now you have to break again if you are Gentlemates. Koi in the position they want to be. When you look at the hardpoint stats, I mean, Paris are #1 across the board, but the #1 thing is their rotations, right? They are #1 in the league in that, and well, you are losing these early rotations right now. Just forcing to have to break, not easy.
Gentlemates, you know, they drop this, they're going to be fortunate. They are playing maybe the worst search and destroy team of the top squads. But still, a lot of time to go. We've seen a ton of terrific comebacks. Things starting to flow, whether it was nerves or just getting the gunny warmed up a bit. Paris starting to win some fights. They get this time, we're basically looking right around a tie score, but with an opening pick from inside as he gets it done with the sub. Pressure to the other guys, the hip fire, range true for Sib. I don't think he earns the streak. Gets to 6 in a row, but then after his kill, everybody drops. Koi break on through.
Yeah, 5 kills in a row now for Koi. Neptune is still here, but he's going to get traded out. So you're just a little bit staggered. Thieves is going to find 2. If you're Envoy, you just got to buy some space. Wait for your teammates to come off a spawn. But they're not going to give you that time, and that is what you want to see. Kleenex getting aggressive, leading the team in engagements right now with 23. Koi, a nice break there at that P4. And while they're going to hang on to this lead as we set into the next set of our hills.
Second set, stinker to start. 5 and 14. Let's see if he can dig himself out of the hole. It feels like he's going to need to get going. Otherwise, the number is going to get put up by Thieves. Probably going to be ludicrous. So we'll keep an eye on Envoy turning it around so far. Getting it done in the time in the second set here on the P1. Looking for kills and looking to push through when they find their opening and opportunity. Beautiful shot from Sib. That's just disgusting work, and he wants to keep it going with the pistol. Ooh. It actually leads to a team kill, so give him that one.
And that's the thing with this Paris team. I mean, even when somebody is having a slow game, you just have so many stars now. Sib just so happy to be on this roster, and well, he could just be such a slaying anchor, locking it down when you need him to. But if you are Koi, you do have spawns. One player's gonna spawn, so you have the rotation. Big kills here.
It sort of feels like Sib is in that role like when he was with NYSL. Like, yeah. Some days he's not going to need to put up numbers. Sometimes he's going to need to take over when someone's struggling, and he can. It fits perfectly into how he's trying to do nothing. You know how good he is. And it's like, why does he just do it all the time? Because he can. He doesn't need to. 24 and 13. 5 streak and streak away. The bomb's flowing in. Teammate going to hit as well. The streak will connect, so this will be some opening time to Gentlemates. Thieves is able to lurk inside the pocket for a minute, but then trade it out. So really just these last 3 hard points. It has been all Paris. They've gotten hot.
They're gonna have to read these splits, and they do just that. That was Sib. He was locked in down the middle of the map, but he just calls out to his teammates saying they might have a split spawn. They did. So doing a very good job of just recognizing the scenario that they're in. But yeah, I mean, how much more has Koi had to break these last 3 or 4 hills? They're losing all the rotation battles now. Paris making them pay. And well, Neptune's starting to shoot himself locked in as he finds a double.
Envoy's picked it up a bit. I just feel like, boys, I'll be in the hard point. You guys are fine. Get me in the point. I'll soak up the time. Well, the person there first. That'll be
finish the kill.
No.
He does not. Uh-oh.
That was ugly, and Ghosty is roaring because he knows he just had his way. With a little insight there in the corner. That was not pretty. And that's one of those moments, unfortunately, where Koi are mounting the comeback, getting momentum, and it just dies with insight.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a one-on-one. He thinks he has the kill, and he stops it. And the fact that Dan turns that into a double, which then leads to this break, that was your chance to get right back into the game if you were Koi.
Inside, I'm sorry we caught that one from your POV. That was oh my goodness. That was brutal. Sib also brutal. Another 5 streak. When he's eating. What was that? Barely a pixel. Yeah, barely a pixel. And he's able to cut him down. 40 points away from the dub now. Our Gentlemates.
Neptune wins that. I think spawns flip. Instead, you hang on to this. So, like, this is going to be your last chance if you're Koi. But now you die at the wrong time.
Death's come at an inopportune moment, as you said. Look how deep out you're spawning if you're Thieves. You still have 3 here. They're trying to buy time till Thieves gets back in the action. They're doing just that. Done enough to hold it. I say that, and Sib turns into Terminator. The trade's there, but Neptune is still here. Hipfire can't get it done, but they're able to flow through the front. The break is in. That could be the final one.
You have to go now. 18 seconds needed for Faze to take map number 1. Envoy pulling out the M15. It sort of slowed his game down, and well, it is paid off for him. He's almost back up to even. Neptune waiting for the push. He's got to deal with Sib as well. Paris, a couple of seconds away. It was a slow start, but they turned it around. And they're going to take map number 1. The best hard point team in the game does it again.
Keep Envoy back. Envoy and Ghosty, I'll see if they can catch anything here in the 2 versus 4. Just one Koi have got to close out, because for a struggling search and destroy team, you give up a 2v4 round 1. Yeah.
That'd be disaster mentally early. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to go down. You see the way Koi is playing this. They're just going to go not let any individual plays happen. If inside, just making sure no one wraps all the way through. But this is all going to be on individual plays from Envoy and Ghosty.
The other thing you think about is just like all the prep coming into this. You got to think for Koi is around search, though. There had to be so many conversations internally. That death ball you wanted, well, here it goes. All 4 flying out. Ghosty gets 1, but traded out. Sorry, Envoy. Good shots, and he's dropped. Ghosty a chance to get all of them. Not going to happen. That's a round win for Koi, and there haven't been a lot of those lately. And they're able to do that. Neptune gets a little overzealous. Instead of just shouldering that, kind of hops out for a chow, and he just gets put. They even get a bullet off.
Yeah, key position taken away now. Right now, it's a little bit tough. Ghosty, he can't really watch that A bomb cross. Well, he's starting to lurk. This is the positions we're talking about with this guy. They're going to know, though, it's going to be a B bomb. So he is just waiting for his teammates. The problem is, though, he's going to get caught out. Now you have a 3 versus 3. That is the risk of it. But it does not pay off. Now pressure is on. Into the 2-on-2. Thieves able to even it on up. All of a sudden, it's down to Envoy.
1 versus 1, and he'll drop. Koi able to clutch it up. I'd say maybe Koi players just shouldn't hide. You know how Sib is. I thought Sib was still going to chow. I got chow with 2 HP.
Yeah, especially after his map number 1.
Yeah.
But disciplined play from him. He knows his teammates are here.
Sometimes
he
he
rotate now.
He doesn't realize he's playing pro players, I swear. It's wild. Sib has got some balls on him.
Guy's locked in.
3 HP got away. And that would have been a bad death in this scenario. Good job just staying up.
And what's just so tough on exposure is like plenty A is just not easy. There's a lot of places you can get shot from, and that's why his teammates get a position. Sib's able to win it in 1 versus 3 now for Insight.
Yet to die, trying to stay perfect. Not winning that gunfight. Good luck. Sib gets the final 2. Still locked from the map 1 where he went bananas. Starts, so great blood on the Neptune. Neptune's had, honestly, some tough deaths defensively. Like, he got picked, well, like bottom P3, kind of over peaking, gets caught here early. Neptune not finding a lot of success early.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those guys. He's your first blood guy, so first blood or first death at times. That's the way it goes. But reality, as you said, the nade almost finds the double, but you can see Koi just based off that reaction, they're going to fly to B.
That would have been gross. He got ripped to, what, like 20 HP or something. If he got 2 off that nade, that would have been filthy work. But hell, even getting 1 in that scenario is what keeps the numbers for them. And it seems like a lot of rounds played out kind of similar. Like, just offensive team has numbers, they're able to get the bomb plant. It's like, who's going to have the first mistake? Well, not going to be Koi. Kleenex the hammer at the end.
Well, I was going to say, you're playing very split right now if you're a Koi. 3 players.
I'm good now, in case you're worried about me. Sniper out for Sib. We know how prolific he can be. It's been fun to see a sniper back in play, and there have been some moments. Neptune, he's been caught early, mostly on the defensive side, but maybe a little at risk there. He's going to keep taking his chances, though. That's his role with the squad. This looks to be set up heavily here for the A-side setup. Toronto are there through the smoke. Ghosty's going to pluck ahead. Impressive stuff. Neptune wants to go, and he can't. He gets damage into 2, but kind of chows by himself, maybe hoping to get a timing on 1 taking the peak. It just seems he's been a little over-eager a couple times. He's getting shut down.
Yeah, I mean, that's just sort of, the player he is, and sometimes those are going to go his way.
That's what's so tough. Like, I'm calling it out. Like, me, they've been finding success on offense. And you can see Parrish just like, it looks like they're going to start to maybe inch out. I thought maybe take some pressure to mid, but they're going to leave 1 mid. That's going to be Ghosty. Maybe they're all going to back up and just try to hit this together for the backside. That looks to be the case, and they're getting slammed. Not finding any opener. It all goes to Koi. They've had numbers in so many of these rounds. They're leading the first bloods 4-2 now. 4v3. They close this out clean for the 6-1 win. And yeah, they had a nice lead in the opening hardpoint too that slipped away. Trades are there for Koi. And now taking the route in behind, that's going to be Insight. What's his time going to be like? Well, but it's not going to be good because Envoy just turned to pick up that exact play. So we get to a 2 versus 2. Maybe a little bit of life, well, only for a moment for Gentlemates. Neptune, nice little snap. Yeah, you said it, Must win round right now for Neptune. He has struggled.
Oh, he's read it. Oh, I thought he had.
Spotted and tagged, so weak, 10 seconds to go. He's got to chow this, wants to get back to full before he does. Gets the full, holds it, chows it, wins it. Neptune clutching up big in the 1 versus 2. And you're, yeah. Insight, the lone man, Solar with the snipe out for now. And you can see the setup on the minimap and through X-Ray for Envoy and Neptune currently. They're waiting for this. How many can they walk away with? They slide the corner. They're able to get 2. They're able to get 3. Job done.
100%.
Job done by that 2. You get triple, quadruple swung, and they shut it down. Close it out with the snipe. Challenge this with Sib holding the corner with the snipe. Tries to reposition. If he held that a little longer, that's when you got to hit. That's when Sib usually hits, just a little bit off there.
He's had a couple of those. Just not quite dialed in with the sniper right now.
Neptune kind of isolated. He's isolated, and it's another first death. He's going to get caught and swarmed.
Time's a problem, though.
Sib, before he pulls the trigger, just laced. Everybody dropping. This one might be done. All on Dan Ghosty now to clutch it up. 15 seconds on the clock. He's going to need to win some fights. Not able to do it. Incredible retake from Koi. And that's where, like,
Just able to find a double. That's going to be 3 dead. Let's see how quickly Koi go after they find the skill on a Ghosty. Just straight up towards that B side. Well, this is the thing with this Koi lineup. Kleenex, he can do it with both weapons. Such a talented sub player. And that just means pure aggression for Koi. And well, Joe's going to find 5. How does he find these times? I have no idea, but this should be an early capture here for Koi. Forgot it. Go back. We're going to go again.
Okay, we're good. Kleenex has got your help. But now Joe Deceived came out and just gunned 3 people mid.
But yeah, Kleenex with the Dravik. You had Joe Deceived who had a 5 spree with the M15. I thought just maybe on this map they were going to switch it up. But yeah, probably break off because now you have the weapons you're used to seeing with them. But both teams just fighting for tank control. And now Real starting to get going, starting to flow as he's getting aggressive. Did they see him cross? It may not matter. Koi going for goal number 2.
And I think this is like the mode where some of those players like have had a little bit of struggles, but this is the mode where you will have openings and you can take over.
Still there, lower A sleep, I think. He cut to A sleep. I think he cut A sleep, by the way.
Yeah, lower right, one shot. Yo, what's up, P3? Top P3, I just got my bad. Yo, running a bit, running a bit.
Absolute. Just two. Deep rails, 1 shot, okay?
Yeah, I'll try super deep.
Deep rails. Nice.
Someone try to have that. Yeah, they already have it. Yo, look. Back to your
bring it in.
Good play.
Back P4.
P4, back ring. Alright, make sure we get out of this box. Yo, one,
P4. We need to get
P4, one fucking stop. Recount with the wall. Oh, gosh.
They're gonna cut P4 again, okay?
I have P4 coming up.
Hurt you.
They're going.
Straight for that. Need to get P4.
Yeah, already back fucking part of me. Shit on.
Straight for that.
Yo, one more. Back chin. That one streaking.
He's still in a spawn streak now.
One shot. Deep left tart, bro. He's still tart.
Absolute back spawn. When people. Go left.
The deep, that's two deep left. That's right. 2 deep left, okay?
So usually we try to pick the team for listening that's like playing well.
In the recent series, it's a much different map, but really the first half, Toronto dominated, and they just played map control. They played very slow. They didn't give Paris any opportunities. So Paris coming back to this half strongly, and well, Dosey's hitting shots like that, 17 and 7. He still have a chance to put up number 4.
It was Sib in the map 1 that took over the respawn to keep him in it. This time it is Ghosty and a streak from Envoy. And they maybe still a threat. No, that'll shut it down there. 10 seconds left. Maybe an opportunity here for Koi to put it through. But as they lose the support player mid, not sure there's a whole lot he can do. We'll see. He'll back it up for now or wait for teammates. They'll have one crack at this, but
Waiting on Kleenex probably to see if he can make a play, but that's not going to happen.
they'll get shut down and should just be a matter of time. There'll be one more spawn by. We'll see. Actually, they might be able to get back in the action. Poor Joe Deceived just been waiting up there. He's just been waiting. I was waiting. I was like, they're 2 dead. Just send it and kill the ball carrier. But
Joe was able to find a kill tank. So they just thought, all right, let's just go low. Maybe there's only 1 player there. We can win a 1-on-2 and score towards A. Don't hate the play from Paris. They pretty much were just trying to leave Joe on an island. But now Joe's all the way pushed up, trying to get lost bottom spiral to set up this push here for Koi.
Well, they'll deal with Joe. They'll deal with Insight as he was hitting up through mid. This should thwart the push. Now you're just trying to play survival if you're the Koi players up front, but that survival game will end pretty quickly. Now it's the counter opportunity for Paris. See how long Envoy can stay alive. He's been called out, and the 2 players on spawn. Well, at least one's going to try to deal with him.
I mean, he finds a kill here. You see Sib's position. Number 4 is on the play.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Insight's on the play as well. So here we go. The 4th is in for Paris.
Honestly, that was filthy work from Envoy. Just like that. Honestly, that was filthy work from Envoy. Just like that. To eat in the stun, that second little like bunny hop reach out, that was nasty at Envoy. And he's still going, hitting shots at range now. Him and Sib just taking over here. 4 in a row for Sib, 5 in a row for Envoy. Looking to flush through another score. Wait a second. They know they have control. They want to buy a little bit of time for the respawn to get players in position. Envoy is a tear right next. EMP about to spawn. The longer Real and Insight stay alive, the better. You've got Joe Deceived coming off spawn, and maybe you use a streak here.
Yeah. So you have a Hellstorm to slow things down. If you were Paris, you're going to use it right away. Neptune, he's going to find 2, but Insight has really turned it around. He's on 7 in a row now. As he was 8 and 18, struggling. Goes on a 7 spree to put this within 2.
think Sib thought he won that one. Comes up a bullet short. 90
They're
seconds.
always trading, able to slow things down. So Joe, Real, they are pushed up, but two players have to come off with spawn, and you're hoping not to get picked, but you do. 45 seconds now. Pressure is on for Koi. Envoy not slowing it down. I mean, it's really just a team effort on the side of Paris. You look at that scoreboard, everybody involved.
Everybody involved in a nice defensive hold there. Last opportunity now to score and rally if you are Koi. They really have these two players up front. They're getting hit with everything in the kitchen sink, waiting for the support players to come, but they don't have time to wait. Neptune pops in with a double, and that further stacks this push. There's just another body at all times. Now Envoy, what about from him after the slow map one? 28 and 21, had a solid search as well despite the loss. And after getting really killed over the opening 90 seconds or so, they put on a show. One of the more dominant efforts in the second half of that first half. And this is like, you've got that tough round one matchup too in losers, right? Like, that's the Miami one.
Yeah, the Miami, Heretics.
Yeah, so loser of this might just be in hell. But we'll see, with this being Koi's pick. I mean, I don't know how much I put in that after that map 3, but obviously winnable. And then you get to map 5, and who the hell knows? We've had so many map 5s this year. Real, he's out mid and he is shooting. Looking to take over.
Yeah, great start from inside. I mean, we saw him really start to heat up just a little bit too late at the end of that map 3, but a 4-0 start, working the objective, a potential chance for an early Hellstorm. If you find a kill or two, he's gonna need one more as he's able to stay alive. Gotta dodge the nades. He's gonna give that Tom, hey guys, I'm trying to get out of here to get this, and just not able to play for it. His team already rotated. And this is what we saw in map 1. They were a step ahead early.
And Inside, who maybe is like a casual fan, you thought with the movement of this game, like maybe he was going to be, to see how much they could turn this into. A little breathing room for a moment with Sibs going vertical and locking it down. The fights can just be insane out here as Solar, man. Just kangaroos popping, fighting.
This is one of those chances for Paris, right, where they can really get going, the momentum on their side, just chaining P2 and P3 together. Kind of talked about Koi getting out of the hard spots. This is that chance. Can they get out?
We'll see if they can do just that, but Envoy, he's been a different player since the first couple minutes of that map 1. Look at this opening, look at this route, he is feasting. But that, yeah, you're hoping you get those kills and your teammates hold the other side so you don't flip. That's one, 100%. I mean, it's better than it was before the change hit P4, but man, it is a punishing sequence there from 3 at 4. Everybody dead but Ghosty, but he's nearly on 5. Can't finish it. Can't cut the gap either. It's all of Koi setting them up for some time. Up 10, not a ton of separation between the squads yet. You're just waiting for somebody to, I mean, both teams have had these sequences, right? Where they take over for, but you're just not waiting for that first moment in this one.
Well, and that's what we saw in the series online. I mean, the Scar, it was like this back and forth battle. Like these guys were, yeah, just taking chances, breaking, rotating.
Not a lot of 50-50 play. Like,
no. Well, this is what we talked about map set-wise, right? 3 exposures. I mean, the ARs, the way they have been playing on the year, like advantage to Paris, and that's why they're map picked.
And the ARs can do it all. Well, I was going to say that because I can't guess who's going to win that fight. He doesn't. And this has been, well, for a moment, maybe your most comfortable. You got to about 40 up if you were Paris, but that'll get chipped away with the remaining time here at the P1. One of those mid-map points that everyone's just kind of fighting to even get into. A big P2 now. Nice corner for Real. The corner's been sketchy for Koi, but there, it'll work out, and they'll have the opening time. Taking a long route. Looks like that'll be number 7 in Neptune, so we're going to see what he can find on the one side.
Pressure is on to him. So yeah, both teams just battling.
The battle continues. Now into the P3. This is the big stretch. P3 to P4. One team gets both of those. Well, they're usually going to be a squad that wins the hard point. Chance for Paris to do that. They've got some room. They've got a lot of room. Look how far out you've got Paris spawning all the way at P4. That's about as good as you can ask for. This is the next push from Koi, and they can't even get across mid because Neptune is final. That's all 4. 6 straight, taken over in a massive moment. As he got pushed so far forward, though, a spawn's going to open pretty close to their own, but Neptune still just feasting. What a stretch.
I mean, the God of the Sea is destroying the fish right now. Koi in the blender, 15 seconds. We'll make it 11. Neptune is destroying.
Couple players spawning out, but Neptune's turn. He takes some shots as he would across, otherwise he's probably getting 2 there, but at least get the first, set up his team with numbers, and they'll hold on after his rallying cry. Just a brilliant map from Neptune and Gentlemates. 25 from the dub. Koi spawning in the back close and trying to make it a fight, but they're just getting slaughtered on spawn. Utter destruction. Gentlemates, their pick, their map, their mode, crushing.
And again, this was pretty much a tie game when we got to that P2, right? And then you had the spawn flip. You were able to play for spawns at P3. You won the fight. You get pushed down mid. Another opportunity where Koi just gets slammed.
What I say, eventually there's going to be a run by one of these teams. It was so 50-50, but when the run came, it was hit out of the park. Just lights out gameplay. And again, to our discussion, yes, when Koi are in bad spots, bro, they're not good at getting out of them. Put down, paying a little bit
taking advantage of it. Well, my man Neptune showing why he was one of the best hardpoint players in the world last year, doing it again here. The #1 hardpoint team in the league. Looking to win both to get them to winners round 2.
On stage, Dan, how does it feel to be back here playing on LAN in front of these fans?
It feels great, honestly. Y'all are super loud. I can hear you guys through the headsets and the headphones over, so we appreciate y'all.
Well, some of the best fans in the game. Now, when it comes down to this series, you guys finish this off in a 3-1 fashion. But for, 2 of these crucial maps, map 1 and map 3, you guys found yourself down in the beginning of each one of those. Talk to me about, what gives pairs, Gentlemates, that extra juice to be able to stay resilient in those series and make those comebacks when you guys got teams trying to take y'all down?
It's honestly just trusting our game plan. We work really hard in practice. We work really hard watching VOD. And it's just making sure, even if we're down, we stick to our game plan because we know it works. And just keeping at it.
There you go. And we saw that a lot, especially in that first hard point. Being down, y'all stuck to those rotations, and y'all really locked the game down from that point forward. Now, in the last 2 maps in which you guys got in 3 and 4, your subs popped off, man. Talk to me about Envoy and Neptune and how they take pressure off you and Sib and make this game so much easier.
Especially in Respawn, it just feels like they're some of the fastest subs in terms of putting up pressure. And they alleviate a lot of the other team's sub pressure from coming and running at me, popping a 2P, shooting me in the back. So it really sets up me and Dante really well whenever they're playing together, playing fast. And it came out and worked well today.
Definitely did work well, okay? Now, you guys have worked hard on the stage. Lastly, I want to ask you, how does it feel to have a little bit of a day off tomorrow?
It feels great to have a day off. The first match at LAN is always the hardest. You got to get the jitters out of the way. But once they're out of the way, it's not smooth sailing, but you feel a little bit more in the groove.
There you go. Well, hey, you guys on the groove right now, running smooth. One more time for Ghosty and Pairs, Gentlemates, everybody. That's going to do it for us on the stage. Chris, take it away.
Timothy Chalamet is good at